In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. My dear brothers and sisters, welcome to this program, Daily Walk with Mary. Our Lady of Saint Acheul, Amiens, in France, which was founded by Saint Firmin, the bishop, in the 4th century. The church containing the shrine of Our Lady of Acheul was located near Amiens. In fact, Saint Acheul was once considered the mother church of the Cathedral of Amiens, and was sometimes called the Old Cathedral of Amiens. Now there is a larger cathedral church in Amiens. The church stands on the very place where once a Roman temple stood, and tradition tells that Saint Firmin was the apostle of Amiens, arriving there before the close of the 3rd century after Christ. So it was in a very ancient times, about 17 centuries before. Now we are in the 21st century. This takes place almost in the beginning of the 4th century. The church stands on the very place where once a Roman temple stood. And tradition tells that Saint Firminus or Saint Firmin was the apostle of Amiens, arriving there before the close of the 3rd century after Christ. It is said that by the eloquence of his preaching and the number of his miracles, Saint Firmin converted many idolaters to the true faith and baptized 3,000 men in 40 days. Remember how wonderful was the work, how zealous was the work he was doing. In 40 days, he could give baptism to 3,000 men. The early church, built around the year 300, contained the remains of the martyr saint. So we can be sure that this one was martyr, he is a martyr. This church was devastated repeatedly by the invasions of the Normans, and was finally totally destroyed in 1218. The relics of Saint Firmin were transferred to the Cathedral of Amiens during the Middle Ages. So first his body was buried in the first church, but then it was later transferred to the new cathedral there, transferred to the Cathedral of Amiens during the Middle Ages. The shrine of the Virgins of Saint Acheul is noteworthy for a singular miracle. There was a very particularly seen and remembered miracle that took place there in Amiens, an apparition which occurred during the holy sacrifice of the Mass. The celebrant, after the consecration, saw a hand appear from within a luminous cloud, and the hand of Christ took the sacred host and dropped it into the chalice. This was really a Eucharistic miracle. When he was reciting the Mass, and after the consecration, the priest himself sees a hand is being stretched to the sacred host from a bright cloud, and then this hand grasps the sacred host, consecrated host, and drops it into the chalice. The hand of Christ took the sacred host and dropped it into the chalice. Some of the faithful present there likewise witnessed the same thing. A certain skeptic was brought to his knees in humble acceptance of the fact that the holy sacrifice is truly the same as that of Calvary. There was a skeptic who would not believe in the articles of faith, and he refused to be an ordinary man, believing everything like the other people. Yet he was in the church, but he happened to see this miracle, the hand of Christ that appeared to all of them. Seeing this, he was so much moved from within, and he said, truly, the sacrifice of the altar is the same as the sacrifice of Calvary. Armorial bearings of the Abbey of St. Acheul displays a hand in remembrance of this miracle. To remind the faithful of this great miracle they have made in the armorial bearings, a hand that comes out of this cloud to take the host. The present cathedral of St. Acheul was not finished until the 15th century. After the erection of the new cathedral of Amiens, St. Acheul was known as the Church of Our Lady of Acheul. So they changed the name of the church itself, Our Lady of Acheul. Miracles took place frequently and pilgrimages continued for many years. Wherever there is any symptom, any sign of the special presence of Our Lady and her special favor, people are willing to gather together and flock to that area in pilgrimages and thus show their devotion to Our Lady. Miracles took place frequently and pilgrimages continued for many years. The church of St. Acheul was destroyed by a natural phenomenon, maybe a big storm that destroyed the church in about the year 1751. It was rebuilt and completed in 1760. A few short years later, during the terror of the French Revolution, the church was used as a stable. That is how they thought of desecrating the church. They used that church as a stable, as a shelter for cattle. Today, the church is protected as an historical monument. The decree given in 1969. The abbey buildings are now occupied by a private party. The abbey, this building where the monks stayed, it is owned by a private party, but the church is used as a parish church. So the church, though it was used as a stable during this French Revolution, is now being reinstated and used for Christian worship with true devotion and is used as the parish church. Let us thank the Lord, wondering at the miraculous ways He comes, or Our Lady's special protection comes in various ways down through the centuries. Let us ask Our Lady to bless every one of us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.